All right, good day, viewers all over the world, wherever you are watching us from, especially those of you from the southern part of Africa. All over the world, I greet you with the greeting of your time. If it is morning, good morning. If it is good afternoon, or good evening, as the case may be. Once again, my name is One Chojon. I welcome you to Politics in Africa. And today, our point of call on this program is Nigeria. My guest on the program today is a face that is known on our former station, URTV. But today, since we moved to USTV Africa, this is the first time we are hosting him. He's a household name within Kogi politics and Nigeria by extension. Sir, most of the time, I love people calling their names by themselves. Ordinarily, I can simply say His Honorable Mamman Yusuf Dantele. But I would prefer I've been telling the viewers your name so that you know your name better than any other person. Tell the viewers your name, sir.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having my name. Yusuf Dantele. I'm the National Chairman of the Good Movement Political Party. I'm the National Chairman of the Interparty Advisory Council on the level of East Political Parties in Nigeria.
Thank you. You are welcome to USTV Africa. Today on the edition of the program, we will want to take a holistic look at Nigeria political development because the program is Politics in Africa and we are talking about Nigeria. If you are to assess our political processes from the return of democracy in 1990 date, will you say that we have advanced in the democratic system in Nigeria?
Thank you. Politics is like a business transaction that you invest for the purpose of making profits, primarily. So I would say politics in a democratic state, and democracy by what it connotes is government that the people try to put together on their own volition, and for this administered, run by the same people for the benefit of the entire whole, irrespective of if you supported the government in the beginning or not. So as a process, it is expected that people will profit from the process of from the benefit of the democratic exercises from the period to, and you are a Nigerian, I'm a Nigerian, you know that Nigerians are sincerely not benefiting from the process of governance because it's from one program to the other. Yes, we keep on having change administration, but are the people feeling the impact of governance or politics? I think it's in the negative. Why do I say so? People hardly can afford the basic needs of life. You can see from education to food, to shelter, to
healthcare facilities.
So today we are in a state that the government and the people are battling what will be called minimum wage. And some people say it's 60-something thousand, some people say you are a Muslim, you saw what happened in the salary from tomato to rice, even transportation. And you see the way it's putting. I saw one cartoon, is it cartoon or comedy? It's not comedy, it's a reality. The needle is milk, needle. The big tin of needle is 62,000.
62,000, yes.
And then one salary of somebody
is 30-something.
Is something. That's 60-something. So what it means is that when you take it, you buy one tin of needle and then
that's putting aside healthcare, putting aside the children's school fees and all of that.
But the implication is that the system is pushing people to be corrupt. There's this local adage that man must survive, man must work.
Survival is
so
must.
In as much as people must survive, you have to find a way to make ends meet. And that will mean you have to innovate your own way. And that innovation will be in any form that will be injurious to the system.
Right, so if I may ask, this alienation, this distance between the government and the process of governance, between the people and the government, What do you think is responsible for this distance?
That's
between the people and the benefit they are expecting from the government. What do you
it
think
is not total. It's about an average Nigerian politician. An average Nigerian politician is far from the people. In some cases, the processes are good, but where you have people looking at the system or looking at governance as means of survival, as the end in itself, and then the common man who is denied the basics do not even understand the relationship or why people seek a political offices. So if you go to the village today, the village man, for him, in some cases, I'm going to support this man to make his own money. So he let him give me my own. So that enlightenment.
So whatever happened at the end of the day is none of his business.
So people are not accountable, because leaders are not accountable to the people. It's a very serious issue, and then illiteracy, ignorance is growing, poverty is growing. These two things are the things that are. So for me, I think the political class have failed Nigerians. And, we need to do more. We need to be sincere to ourselves, because as a Muslim, if you are the judgment of God, judgment of man, judgment of posterity, if you are able to evade one, you won't evade the other. But we have seen so many people who were there yesterday who did not do what they're supposed to do for the people, and then at the end of the result, some of them they are useless today. They are wasted. Okay, it affects their children too. So if you don't do it, somehow God in His own mercy and wisdom will always show an example. This is how you live with the people will come out.
Oh, thank you. And then how about our electoral system? What would you say? Are we improving or stagnated or going backward?
You see, the electoral system is not the problem. The electoral is the man who is seeking election that is the problem. I saw something yesterday that some persons want to. The beavers that billions of naira have been invested, okay, to improve the system. Some persons are, I don't know if it's true, but I will investigate it because I saw it yesterday night. Is that some persons are going to court to see how the beavers, okay, can be removed, okay, from being used as a
watching the situation following the situation of things in Nigeria, beavers is almost becoming useless. If you ask me,
it's not.
It almost is not, because
it is not.
The beavers will be used on the field and at the court or after post-election procedures. The beavers will be thrown aside or discarded.
I disagree with you. Beavers is not useless. It's not becoming. It is the man. It's the politician who seeks power that wants to ensure that he treats things. It's just like we have the boys in the area who want to see that at all costs they beat the system. Okay, it is a man in the system, not the beavers. This 2023 election, yes, there's no perfect election, but if we must be sincere to ourselves, it's one of the elections that produced the best result. You know why I say so?
2023.
Yes, of course, general election. This is the only election that people, taxi drivers, won election
across the
country. Opposition parties defeated ruling parties. That sitting governors, could not make senatorial elections.
Even some senators could do
the president today, fought, okay, to retain Lagos. Is a fact. Otum, Benue State governor, former governor, couldn't get a territorial election. He was as a sitting governor.
So if you have to score our electoral system, you say that we have improved in.
We have improved. We are improving. In the past, you and I know that it is the right. They will just write. Then they don't want to go into that now. But you see, some parties, the moment somebody, if the moment you win the primary, election or ticket, you have to secure the ticket of that party. Just go and sit down. You understand? It happened in Nigeria before. But one thing that we must all look at is, can you have a building strengthened at the top when the foundation is flawed?
It won't stand.
It won't stand. So we talk about democracy only at the state and the national level. But the government that is closest to the people is a local government.
The local government for the local
It's
people.
the closest government to the people. That's the one that have direct impact on the people. But we don't have local government. But I must commend the Attorney General, the President, for going to court to seek interpretation or to stop the so-called local government joint account. So until the local government are independent, until we scrap state independent electoral commission, because for me, they don't exist. Because it's just instrument for the governors to
manipulate the local government system.
You can say state independent electoral commission they don't have a voters card, do they have? No. Do they have the reverse? No. Do they have a voters register? No. Do they have ballot box?
Dependent on the INEC.
Do you delegate the constituency? No. So if you don't have all these are the instrument for conduct of election, and you don't have the instruments, what election are you going to conduct? You depend on all these things that is to be provided to you by INEC. So why are you not?
So not let INEC do it directly. And then that will even be more transparent.
It's more transparent. You understand? So it's a lot. And the situation that somebody will win election or election is being contested. You have an election. Somebody is being announced under questionable circumstances. It's okay. Just announce, swear him, go to court. It is not fair to the system. We should have a system. Yes, today we are doing what we can to ensure that this go into the National Assembly, okay, for consideration. People who are judged to win election, if there's any election that be contested, should wait until the matter is determined
the election
before somebody can be sworn in. You swear in somebody who used the paraphernalia of his office to suppress
the judicial system.
Yes, justice. So we have to be fair. We have a lot of work to do. For me, we need a lot. We have a lot to do. We have a lot to do. The people are suffering. People are suffering. Feeding is becoming a problem.
All right. Having talked about democracy in entirety, then talked about the electoral system, what would you say about our judicial system?
That is where where I am today, there are some things I'm not supposed to but we want to meet with the judiciary, the judicial arm of
the government.
Yeah, because a situation where elections are determined by the judiciary, we have problems.
Just like you rightly said, look at
the case of Plateau, for instance. The same judiciary that affirmed the governor is the same judiciary that removed all the House of Assembly. So but the matter is not supposed to go beyond the appeal court. But the governor got justice at the Supreme Court. So what now? How do we look at this anachronism? So we need to balance the situation. The judiciary need to be up to their responsibilities to save democracy.
Looking at it from the electoral perspective, do you think judiciary has caused more problem or solved problem in the electoral process?
It is still the same Nigerian politician who goes to the judiciary to see. It is the same politician. It's the same do or die attitude.
But the court is supposed to be the last hope of the common man.
But the people who administer justice are Nigerians, like me and you too. So the Nigerian factor is we must learn to dissociate the value at the end of this, the system must be established, or it must be sanitized. That people only go to serve, not go to enrich yourself, not go to transform your economic status, not going to make money. The remuneration of political office holding in Nigeria is outrageous. So much money. So people can afford to deploy every arsenal at their disposal, whether legitimately or otherwise, to ensure that they get there. We talk about thuggery.
Violence.
We talk about vote buying. Who is buying vote?
The politicians.
Who is sponsoring the thugs?
The same politicians.
You get. So we have to. But if today it is less lucrative economically or financially, it will attract only those who want to serve the people, not those who want to make money. If I know I am going to be
a servant of the people,
to be a governor, and I'm going to be paid the same thing a lecturer in the university is being paid, where would I get the money to go and do you understand?
It won't be a do or die.
You understand?
It will be a service.
So, thank you. So when you say you go to this African country, you go to get people don't struggle. Yes, look at the economic benefits that offers. It is only in Nigeria that somebody will win House of Assembly, somebody will become a House of Reps member, somebody, because banks will begin to pursue him to give him loan that he did not ask. And the farmer who is supposed to walk go to the farm to feed people, they invest only money.
To access the loan.
You can't. Who will give you?
Would you say it is the system or the operators of the system? Because if it is the system, it means we need to do referendum, we need to do amendment of the
system
constitution.
is not independent. It's the people like that.
The point
who
is that
understood the system.
the point here now is that do we really need to change our electoral laws, do constitutional amendments, and adjust the law, or the attitude of the people? Where do we think we should head forward?
The first step is the attitude of the people. Because the average Nigerian believes in the system in the first place. Okay? Now, you are a journalist. I will call you inside now and give you money to go and slander somebody. As a Nigerian, you go and do it. You look for one story. I will tell you something now. Okay? If it's not in favor of what you want, you go and change the caption. Okay? Maybe this interview now, somebody will come and say, it's that stupid boy that you interviewed. Takes you to so and so amount. He insulted this person. Abi?
Change the topic and make it look troublesome.
So it is a holistic thing. We must be sincere, we must be prepared. The spirit of political, economic nationalism must be strengthened. The system must be made to discourage criminals. It must be made to encourage people who are ready to serve.
All right, finally, we've spoken about the democracy, electoral system, judicial system, economically. If you are to rate Nigeria economy today, how would you rate it, and what is the hope for the common man in Nigeria economy?
Do you need me to rate the economy? You today, look at the cost of energy, which is primary. Look at the cost of transportation. Look at the inflation. Look at the cost of food. Look at education.
Is there hope ahead?
But of course, it's always hope. We are living. One thing that is constant in life is change.
You see, did you think the policies and the economic arrangement of the president, do you think is going to yield any result in the next future?
The thing is, the president saying he has removed or he will remove subsidy, and that is why there is untold hardship for Nigerians. But we are waiting to see what the process of subsidy withdrawal will be done.
They are already sharing rice to increase on the effect of the subsidy.
How can sharing of rice be a solution to the problem? Who is the person sharing the rice, and who are your target? Are you getting
what is the formula for the sharing?
So, but let the economy be better. Yes, it's a good image or some temporarily, at least people will have something to eat. But then the economy should be in a way that people can, on their own,
earn the living.
Because now the cost of diesel, as it is, a lot of companies might not be able to operate. Hotels are shutting down. As people, every day they advertise hotels because of cost of energy. Every day you see this company trying to go, this person, this company is trying to go. It's a very tough period for Nigeria. I don't know if you went home for this salary because of that. Did you go because of what?
No, I observed the salary in Abuja.
Yeah, which I couldn't go because of what? And a lot of people couldn't because of transportation. But people felt it's okay, it's better to send money for people and then remain at home. So it's
It is for the first time in my entire life that I went to buy RAM and I began to see RAM of 1 point something million.
Yeah.
500,000.
Yeah.
The least you can see is 150,000 and thereabout.
Yes. And some of these things is a Nigerian factor. At times it might not be the system. But the people, the Nigerian man who is selling is everything is now there's inflation. Let me increase. Because I've seen now they say the same RAM that was sold 300,000-400,000 a few days ago is now coming down to 150, 120.
The woman that used to supply raw egg for me from a farm here around Kefiru brought in a crate of egg and added 1,000 naira. And I asked her, I said, dollar has increased. And I started to wonder what is the connectivity between the increase in dollar and the egg or fowl from the local farm on the.
You see, I'm not an economist. I'm not a student of economics. I'm a common farmer and an investor. For me, I think there is too much mouth chasing fewer food. There is too much. Are you getting me? So production is very low. People no longer
lower than
consumption. And then second, people don't go to the farm like before. Maybe one, insecurity. 3, maybe other government support to agriculture is not strong enough. So we must deepen the support base for food production. We should be able to produce what we eat. As long as we depend on somebody, because the person producing food that you are going to buy for his country, he has people to feed too. So he will give it to you at the price that that will be insulting. Why can't you do it? We have all the competitive advantage. So and then we're looking at this security, at least security to at least so that people can go to the farm. Because security is another problem that people cannot go to farm.
Especially in the areas where food are produced.
In the past. Like you see Benue, you see
Zamfara,
Katsina, you see, even in the south. So all these things we need to be able to encourage domestic food production, and then we need to look at again the energy sector, because you cannot survive with this the way the energy production is not affordable. I went home recently. Here now, the 2 days or 3 days I spent, my manager is sending me a bill of 190,000 for fuel or diesel.
For just diesel.
So what will you produce in the village that I just need a light for? You understand? So it's the same thing. So we need to deepen production. We need to do a lot of things, and then we need to even know the population of Nigeria, because we keep on saying that
we seem not to have the database,
exact data
that gives us
about 200 million,
yes,
about 350.
And there's no way you are going to do effective planning without an accurate database.
So you are planning for 200 million, maybe the actual population is 300 or 400. So we need to
work on the data management,
on knowing how many people we are planning for. You understand? And at least let's know this. And then education need to be really prioritized. Okay? And it's very unfortunate that the average man who is a leader in Nigeria, the governors, the administrators, the politicians, most of their family or their children don't even go to school.
They don't go to school in Nigeria.
You have a situation where the Commissioner of Education, the school, the Minister of Education, his student does not attend. So how will he know the problem? Where is the feedback mechanism? You have the Minister of Health who does not attend the public hospital. You have the Commissioner of Health who's family. So where is the feedback mechanism? So you see today as it is today, almost all the governors in Nigeria, some governors only visit their states.
That is correct.
Local government chairmen visit their local government. They are not local residents. So you go to the studio, they are waiting. The governor did not come. He will come today or he will come tomorrow. Oh, yeah, come back to Abuja. So that is the state. Yeah. So it is we have
attitude do not change. That is the whole thing is going down to our attitude.
Because the younger generations are watching what we are doing today, and they are learning, and it's a very dangerous precedence.
All right, thank you very much, viewers. This is the much you can take on this program today, and I am sure you must have learned a lot from the guests on the program today. And Your Excellency, I will appreciate it if you can have more time on another occasion like this to talk about Nigeria political system. And
may God give us the health and the time to begin to. We have no other country apart from Nigeria, so we must do whatever we can within our human possibilities to see that this country better. Know where you will run to that you can be comfortable. And let me tell you something. Nigeria is a very big country. God has given us almost everything.
I think the whole thing boils down to our attitude.
You won't know who you are as a Nigerian until you go out of this country. We are a great people, and that is what we must not trivialize. We should do whatever we can to see that Nigeria, we get the Nigeria that we want. And then we should equally support and advise the people in power too. Because if today, okay, maybe you pray that the government fail. If the government fail, the impact is on the common man. I saw some persons writing rubbish that the president fell down. It's a human thing. How does that make the economy better? Anybody can fall down. Some person writing something that the president went to South Africa, and then the South African president. But Nigeria was part of those that
struggled to give them that independence. That is correct.
So even if you hate the president as a person, he's the president of Nigeria. You understand? You can hate Ahmed Ashwaji Tinubu, but he's the president of Nigeria. You must respect the president of Nigeria. You must wish the president of Nigeria well, so that we can succeed.
All right, thank you. That is the chairman, Inter-Party Advisory Council of Nigeria, IPAC, Alhaji Honorable Yusuf Mamman Dantele, the guest on the program today. See you again some other good time. My name is Onyecho John from the station of USTV Africa, the voice of the new Africa. Thank you.
USTV, Unity Star Television, always ahead.